Hey guys, it's Coach Martin, back again. This video is going to teach you how to create your book document. I know several of you have been added to the class since those first glorious 3 days where we actually got to be in school in each other's presence. You remember the good old days? Yeah. Well, now we're virtual. So I want you to create your book document. So I'm going to show you how to do that. It's real simple. The difference between the book document and something like your portfolio, the big difference is that your portfolio is shared with me and with everybody in the class. That's why you can open the portfolio folder and look at other people's stuff, which is cool because you get to go read other people's stories, all right? And that's kind of cool stuff. So that's cool. That's all I want to say about that. But your book, we don't want that shared with everybody. Okay? I don't know what personal stuff you might be writing in that, what autobiographical stuff. You don't want the rest of the world to know, or just people writing books don't often want everybody knowing what they're writing. So your book is private between me and you, all right? And your mama and your daddy and you know, your best friend, Mikey. If you want to share it with Mikey so Mikey can read it, well then, you know, whoever you share it with, that's cool. As long as it's shared with me. So today you're going to create that document, share it with me, and then I'm going to put it in a private folder in my drive where, you know, it's alphabetized, I guess. So here we go. Let me share my screen with you and get to that. So I think actually my screen's already shared. Okay, so here we are. We're in my drive, all right? We're in my drive. If you're on a phone, you want to open up my drive on your phone, okay? And when you open up my drive on your phone, and you open it up, it should be my drive at the top. Don't open any class folders. Don't open any folders. Okay, you should see the folders there, but don't open them. Because if you create this in your my drive without opening any of the folders, well then your book document is going to be completely private to you. So we're going to click new on the laptop screen. You're going to see this, but on your phone, it's in the bottom right corner, same little 4-colored plus. You tell it new, you tell it Google Doc, and then it's going to open a Google Doc for you. By now, if you watched the other video, you know that you're going to open that, you're going to name that with your last name, and then in this case, book. If you already know the title of your book, if you think, man, I know the title of my book, you can put your last name in the title of your book. I don't care. Okay. So now my book is created. There are a few things that we need to do to it. Okay. Now, if you're on a phone, you know your phone, so you're just going to have to figure things out. Okay. If it's Call of Duty, you'd figure it out in 32.7 seconds. Okay. So it's ninth lit or advanced comp, and however long that takes you. Okay. You know your phone. You love your phone. Figure it out. All right. But what you're going to do is you need to do a few things. Number one, you need to make sure that your font size is not bigger than 12. So find the font size, make sure it's not bigger than 12. You can use any font you want to use as long as that font is a normal font. Okay? You can't use fonts that turn letters, you know, into giants. You can't do that, so don't try. Use a normal font, or the penalties are severe for that. So don't, you know, stick with it. You can't use a different color. Nobody wants to read a book printed in pink. Okay. So don't do that. Then over here on File, okay, you're going to click File. You're going to click Page Setup. Now on your phones, I believe you're going to find Page Setup in the upper right corner in the upper right corner, those 3 little dots. If you click on the 3 little dots, then you're going to see, well, actually, I don't see it. So give me a second. Let me figure it out. Oh, actually, if it's your document, it will. You're going to click on those three little dots in the upper right corner, and you're going to see page setup. So choose page setup. When you get there, you want all of your margins to be 0.5. So if you're noticing, I'm making all of my margins all the way around the page. The margins all the way around the page are now 1/2 an inch, not an inch. Then you want to make sure that you tell it that you want your paper size to be statement. So see that, if you're looking at the screen, you're going to pick statement. And you're going to pick in statement because when you write a Google Doc, when you write for this class, when I say you're writing a page, you're not writing an entire 8.5 by 11 page, okay? Novels aren't that big. Instead, a 5.5 by 8.5 page is like a normal novel, okay? That's what a novel page. So when I say you're writing 20-something pages of the book, you're writing 20-something of these. So don't give me no lip about how long it is. You know what I'm saying? That's a page, okay? So make sure you pick statement and then tell it okay, or whatever you have to do on your phone. Along with that, you're going to want to add, make sure it's single spaced. On the computer, it's right here in the top middle of the toolbar, line spacing, choose single. The default is 1.15. Don't leave it on 1.15 because that's a deduction, at least a 10-point deduction, a minimum of 10 points if you have it set on anything but 1. So make sure your line spacing is 1. You also want to add page numbers. Find out where, click things around on yours, and then how you can Snapchat people and show them how to do it. Find page numbers. Now listen very carefully to this. Listen very carefully. Are you listening? I keep looking over there, and I should be looking right there. So what you're going to do is you're going to choose the, if you're on a computer, you're going to choose either of the page numbers on the right because you do not want page 1 to be numbered. So if you're on a phone, pay attention to that. You're going to have multiple options on how the page numbers could be. You want to choose one of the options where page 1 is not numbered, okay? So once you do that, you've got your page numbers. Single spaced page numbers set up. Not a whole lot more needs to do now. Now you just start writing your paper. Listen, your book. Here's some things to know though. Don't double space. Don't create a page. Don't create a book cover. We're going to do that professionally later. So don't create one. All you do is put chapter 1 and start typing your book, okay? And you fill that page, slam up, and then just keep going. When you get to chapter 2, let's say chapter 1 was only that long, which would be a really short chapter. Some of you are going to want to hit enter until you get to page 2. Don't do that. All you're going to do is hit enter twice, put chapter 2. And if chapter 2's got a title, you can put a title with it, or you can just put the title and not chapter 2. I don't care. And then you're going to start typing chapter 2. Just start typing chapter 2. Don't put a bunch of white space between chapter 1 and chapter 2. Don't go down to new pages. And that's about all I want to say on this video. So that ought to get you going. Your first 2 pages are due next Friday. Next Friday, 2 pages are due at the end of class. When class is over, 2 pages are due. Okay? 2 pages are due the end of class next week. All right, guys. Hope you enjoyed that.